Hi everyone, I hope you had a great day, and today we are going to continue with our level design. So up until now we've done a lot on blocking out and doing some lighting. I want to do a more advanced example, and today we are going to use a tool basically to design our level. So for people who like enjoy blocking out everything, I mean it's a good thing. But I have like a plugin here that people can try for free. So it's called the City Build. It's free. I'll leave a link on the. It's called World Build. I'll leave a link to it on the description. And this is just another tool that people use to create maybe worlds, so you can create a ton of things with it. And I have the plugin already downloaded, so to get it you can just go straight to world build. Then you'll have like your account. You can try it for free. There's different like tiers that you want. I personally bought this one, but there is a free version where you don't use it for commercial purposes. And once downloaded, you'll get this launcher right here. It's called the World Build Launchpad. And with this you can get all the kits that you want. So there is the Miami modern. I think there are a lot of kits that you can download and you can use to make your walls, right? So I'll go ahead and just, you can see we are like in a completely new level. So I'll delete these and save our level first. So if you want to create a new level, just remember to go to new level, select basic. If you want open world, just go ahead and select to your liking. And I'll create a landscape. So this basically I want to do like to do my terrain. I want to sculpt my terrain. I don't want to use like a one static mesh to it. So there's different varieties of settings that you can use before creating your terrain. Basically landscape, you can do like is the resolution, there is components per section. I like to go with 2x2. So it does increase the resolution. For now we shall go with 1x1, and we can go ahead and hit create. So our landscape is created, and I'll save that first. So there's different tools that you can use to make your landscape, right? I'll go back to selection and I'll drag our player into the scene just for us to have like a sense of how big the world is. Go to characters, drag the player, drop him somewhere, I think here. So when we hit play, I need to process him first. Go to our player, go to details, and then hit process. Then auto process player, set to player 1, save everything, and let's hit play. So you can see we have this big plane that we want now to do our gameplay to it. Right. So you notice that once we have placed our player right here, let me push him further a bit. I'd assume that this is our starting place. So I want us to set up a goal just right in front of us. Let me say right here. This is our end goal. I'll add, let me go to modeling. I'll just create a box, place it right here, and make sure the height should be taller. I'll go by 20,000. I'll do 2,000. Again another 2,000. Yeah. And I'll hit accept. So we always have our goal like right in front of us, but we want to make sure that we put as many obstacles and different blockers to make sure that the player kind of like explores our world, right? So when I hit play, we can see we have like our world right there, our end goal right there. So this brings us back to our tool, which is the city builder. So I'm assuming that the enemies of our game, let's just create a story in our head. Let's say like we are fighting these robots, we have like a bunch of stuff, like it's futuristic. Let's say AI took over and human became, let me say, humans had to hide, so AI took over, everybody was hiding. So you have like, I'll get the story, but I'll just blocking it out. Computers took over, so you have this genius boy trying to find path connecting to his father, who's like a great scientist or computer engineer. He has like a solution to it. I mean, it could be anything, but we want to make sure that, as I've said in my introduction, we want to make sure that the path is straight, you can see the goal, but reaching it has a lot of obstacles, right? So I'll go ahead and so you'll see, go to your plugins and make sure, go to editor, make sure the city build is enabled, then make sure the sample city kit is enabled, and then I can just go to the modern sample, it's a low-res, and I'll add it. Once that's added, you'll see there is a bunch of options here that become available. When I disable it, they also disappear. So this under settings, this is where you get your license. Just click to this and you'll go to where you install your license and get it. So back to city build, I'll add this simple. Let me delete that and save. Then the next thing would be like setting up roads, right? So by default, I'll just want us to create a straight road that leads to our goal. So I'll go to road tool and select prefab. I'll say like it's a 4-lane with sidewalks, and I'll hit draw. So I'm just going to create a straight road that leads to our goal. So right here, I'll put it as straight as here, and I'll hit escape. So you can see there is a road that has been drawn in our map, which is, I'd say it's cool. It's really cool. So that's like kind of like the highway. But remember, so the player starts from here. Save everything, and when I hit play, you can see. So our goal is right in front of us. So if we can just run towards our goal, and hey, we are there, right? But now this is where it gets interesting. So we want to create a ton of distractions, and that would include, let's say, an enemy right here. So we can put enemies right here just to make sure the player doesn't let me say the player doesn't reach the goal so early. So I'll go ahead and go back to City Builder, and then go back to roads and make sure that we have another 2-lane right here, and just close to our distraction, right? Just here I'll do another, let's say, an intersection that goes up to here. We'll do that, and then we can say it goes back here, and then I'd want to, let's say, after reaching here, I'll have to go back, like basically bypass this place, right? I'll say, let me add one here. Right there. So that's like one part of the part that we have. So we'll make sure that we have blockers right here, and if we are kind of like forcing the player to go in this direction. So we can put a lot of stuff right here. We can put like houses here that you can enter and like basically get loot, or we could do with another path right here. Not that way. I mean, so after getting here again, we'd say, yeah, you're here. But once we are here, we have another, let's say, distraction. So add another intersection, and I'll take us, let me say, up to here. Yeah, and then move a bit. I'll set this just like a dead end over here, so the player can explore, and I'll do another one over here. Now let me push it a bit. So you have like 2 dead ends where you can loot stuff, and I'll do another one over here, just close to this one. And again, we could do with let's just try and get close to this one, and right here I'll try and elevate my routes. I use control, and I'll use this elevation right here. So maybe we are kind of like going back a little bit, and then we cross the road, and then go back. Right here, and this way. But since it's an elevation, I'd like us to go back a bit. So I just want the elevation to last for like let me control Z for a moment. Yeah, and just want it to be here. So we drop up to 0, say that here. It is okay. It doesn't work so well, but oh, that's a serious curve right there. It's Control Z, Control Z. And then so we're just making like the exploration harder and harder. We can go back again. Do you really wish to go back? So I'm just making like a fool of ourselves right here, like making sure that we go everywhere in the map. And then so there's these little areas right here that we are skipping, so I'll show you how we add the obstacles. My map doesn't have to be exactly like yours. So there's back in, and might be a bit stupid and add another one here, and then reconnect back. So up until there we can see. So let's just play and see how it looks. Save everything, go back to selection and hit play. So we can definitely see there is our goal in front of us, but we'll always be distracted and we want to make it so early. So we might go this way, go around and check like what's here. We may need to hide like from enemies. So what I'm going to do, I'll create, let's say like a depression right here. Let's say like there was a bomb that hit this place, so maybe there is scars all over the place, but we can clearly see that that's our goal, right? So we go past them and then come back to this place. We might still like there is some distractions also here. So let's see. I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. I just want to make sure that all the blocks that we have would work. Yeah, I think that's a basic, pretty much basics. It looks like a circuit. I do understand. It looks like a circuit, but trust me, it will work okay. So I might even do like another dead end right here, just for us to do our loops. So go back and select presets. I'll do a draw, just the dead end. Yeah, and that's it. So once we are done with the roads, we might do some sculpting on the landscape. So just to make sure that our city is not just flat. So we might do some landscaping here for a moment. I'll go back to city build, landscape, and I'll do the sculpt. So right here we might want this place to be a bit hilly. Yeah, so more hills. Also right here. So you notice that we've Control Z. I don't like that. So I'll just use the flatten tool. It's right here. Flatten, so select this place and make sure that our landscape is not encroaching our roads. So we have another one right here. Nice. And basically that's it. So let me just add a few. I'll go back to sculpt and do this, elevate this place a bit. Save everything. Go back to selection. Right. So we have a lot of land for us to explore. So we'll go ahead and add buildings. But right now, if I hit play, you can see our towns like coming up. Remember, we've chosen like to be just futuristic. We're just doing like a human, let's say it's an apocalypse. So we'll go up to this place and we'll find it's difficult to go to that place. We'll go back here and we basically have to do some climbing, or maybe we have to like encounter a lot of stuff during like our path to our goal. So we'll follow this path, go back here, then we find another block here, go this way. We might do like little parts over here, so just to make sure we just make sure that our player does encounter everything that we intend, and that's it. So in the next video we'll add some buildings to our map. I like how these guys just decided to bend. It's cool. In the next video we'll add some buildings to our map, so we'll decide like which buildings to add, which blocks to do, basically make it look like a town. And after that we'll add the enemies. I'll show you like a pack of enemies that we can use for our game. Then I'll see you in the next one. If you find this content useful, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Have a good one.